Hey guys, and welcome to the Band Rants channel, your home for NFL predictions, analysis, and of course your periodic rant. In this video, we're going to be covering some of the NFC South predictions for 2020. We're going to be doing two teams here and the remaining two in another video. In this one, we're going to be covering the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I know you're going to be looking forward to that one based on this offseason. So if you like the video, make sure to smash that subscribe button, follow the channel, like the video, leave a nice comment if you choose. Enjoy! Hey guys, and welcome to the Band Rants channel, your home for NFL predictions, analysis, and of course your periodic rant. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the rest of the NFC South predictions for 2020. This will feature the schedules of the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. Part 1 will be in the description. If you like what you see, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, leave a comment, support the channel. Enjoy the clip. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Carolina Panthers, and as you can see from my previous projections, I've got them at 3-6 from other videos. We're going to finish them up here, and we're going to go over each game even if they've already been projected. The opener against the Raiders, I think Las Vegas is going to have a little bit of an easier time navigating through Carolina's defense in the opener. I think Carolina's going to be caught off home, and I think they're going to be still adjusting to the new playbooks with Teddy Bridgewater instead of Cam or anybody else. At Tampa is also a game I don't think is going to flip to Carolina. I think Tampa's going to take advantage of their first home game. I think the opener for Tampa at home is going to be a win. At the Chargers, I do have the Panthers taking. That, I believe, is going to be based on the fact that the Chargers are not a very good home team. Panthers are easily going to take this one, I think, because I think the Chargers are rebuilding as well. I think the Panthers have more of an edge on offense than the Chargers do. At home against the Cardinals, I think, is a game that could go back and forth potentially, but I think the Panthers are going to have a better opportunity to win this one against the rebuilding Cardinals team. At Atlanta, this is actually a little bit of a tricky one to call. I'm going to give the win to the Falcons here. And the reason I'm giving the Falcons the home win is I think that the Panthers defense is going to have a lot of trouble getting out of the gate in certain areas. Now, at home against the Bears is actually going to be an upset loss. And the reason for this is because I think, again, I have more faith in Chicago's defense than Carolina's. And I think their defense, I might sound like a broken record, but it's going to cost them a lot of games down the stretch, like these two Saints games, the Chiefs game, the possible loss at home coming off the bye against Denver, which that is a game they could flip. But the defense is going to cost them a lot of games. Even on a Thursday night, I still think the Falcons are going to get the sweep. And the reason is because I think that right now, if you look at what the offense offers, if you look at what the overall offers, I think Carolina is still rebuilding. I think Atlanta has some rebuilding to do. But I think Atlanta's offense is in a better position overall than Carolina's, minus, of course, their running game with Christian McCaffrey. That's perfectly fine. And I don't think Carolina's secondary is going to be able to win in shootouts with Matt Ryan, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes. I have them winning an upset game at home against well, not really an upset game, I don't think, but divisional games sort of go either way, and I think Carolina will win at home against Tampa to at least salvage a good win for the season. Now, at home against the Lions is another game that I do think Carolina will flip, because the Lions are in a probably worse position than any last-place team they faced all season. Worse than the Chargers, worse than Arizona, worse than potentially what will be the Redskins down the stretch. I think the Lions have a lot of rebuild to do. I think that by this point in the season, we could be looking at a possible coaching change. If it's not Week 17, it could be around this time. This is a game the Vikings will also win at home. I think the Packers will win, and the Panthers will flip the Redskins game. So they will repeat at 5-11. I think that the Vikings are primed to win at home. I think Denver's primed to surprise off the bye. Green Bay, I think, down the stretch is going to have more to play for because the Panthers will be sitting at, I believe it will be 4-9, and the Packers are going to be in a much better position at that point, potentially for a division title. So now if we go to the Atlanta Falcons, who are currently sitting at 6-5, all these games have already been locked up, and this is a game the Falcons can flip Week 1, the Seahawks game. At Jerry World, I think is going to be a loss for the Falcons. The Cowboys will win that one. They could flip it, but I think that it's a lot harder to win in Jerry World for the Falcons than it would be to play them at home. But they will flip the Bears game. I think the Bears defense is going to give Matt Ryan trouble, but I trust his offensive line. It's a good one. And they can match up pretty well against the Bears. At the Packers is actually going to be a Packers win, but the Falcons will flip the Vikings game. And here's these three games in a nutshell. The Packers and Lambeau are usually very tricky. The Falcons could easily flip this game too. This could be a matter of the Falcons flipping it. But I think on paper that Mike Pettine's defense is overall better than Dan Quinn's. And I think that Aaron Rodgers down the stretch is going to make some dynamic plays that maybe the Falcons aren't expecting him to make. But I think he will come back and win against the Panthers at home. We've already covered that. At Minnesota is going to be a close one, but I think the Falcons will pull it off. I think the secondary of Minnesota has been damaged a lot in the offseason. I think that it's almost in a small rebuild of itself. I think their defense has lost a couple of people, and I think it's enough for the Falcons to flip. If the Vikings had the defense from last year that they had from last year this year, then I might have a harder time flipping this, but I think the Falcons will flip it. They will also flip the game at home against the Lions. This is a game that could realistically be a huge upset for the Falcons, but I've already covered that down here, and I think the Falcons will finish off at 9-7, which is perfectly reasonable in a division like this, but it could be 8 wins and 8 losses. You could flip the Bears game. You could possibly flip the Chiefs game down the stretch, although that's more of a upset loss for the Chiefs. You can flip this Vikings game. You can flip a Panthers game possibly, but I think right now 9-7 is more than fair for the Falcons to be sitting at. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more, obviously subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, leave a comment. Thank you guys. See you in the next video.